Hello, everybody. Wednesday evening, time to look at some YouTube comments from last week. If you want to be in this video, get in there, leave a comment. If it's good enough, it might make the cut. Like, comment, subscribe otherwise, and let's get started because it's 6 o'clock tonight. And this day has been a long one. This week's been a long week. Oh my god. Okay, Grandpacha. If they're so sorry about banning cards and want everyone to have a good time, they could give me Greymon X back. That would make me happy. You know, if you get Greymon X, just give me Jet Selfie. That's all I want. Only card I care about on the ban list is Jet Selfie. Just give me Jet Selfie. I'll be very happy. But like this guy said, making you happy isn't making everyone happy. It is about the consensus of the masses, for sure. Next, MoxMoonstone. Again, strongly disagree with the online client perpetual exclusive cards because the app should directly perpetuate the card game and vice versa. Unique formats are fine, but keeping the card pool the same in long term keeps the community together. Temporary exclusives are fine. Regardless, very excited for a huge variety of positives coming up in the next couple years. New comic season, new anime, new video game, new app simulator. Digimon card game has single-handedly revived Digimon as an IP, and I'm looking forward to the future. I agree with this bottom bit. This is all true. This is all good news. The top part here, I like this guy. So I'm going to preface this right away and say my response is going to sound very dickish. I am not trying to sound like a dick, but it's the only way I know how to make this point. So I'm going to make this point. I'm just prefacing this in advance so no one gets any hurt feelings or types in the comments, "Oh, Mario is such a dick. Oh my god." So, you say that the app should directly perpetuate the card game and vice versa. My question is this: why? Where are the 10 commandments written in stone in what should happen with an online app? Right? Like, this is not a thing, right? Oh, I'm gonna call for a second. It's my brain is going in one direction. I'm stopping it in advance. There is no set rule, but what there is Bandai's want and desire to make more money. Now, the Pokemon TCG Live thing for the Pokemon game is exactly the same, and that's intentional because when you open booster packs of Pokemon, you're getting that code card, and that code card directly correlates to the actual game. It's supposed to be the same. But take the other popular ones, MTG Arena, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. While Master Duel, to my knowledge, has no exclusive cards, it's a whole different format, it's a whole different ban list. MTG Arena has exclusive cards, and their sales in both cases are very strong. Why wouldn't Digimon or Bandai go with the masses? I'll give you an example. I have this iPhone, right? I need to get a new phone, right? Am I going to buy the next iPhone if it's exactly the same as the iPhone prior, as this one that I have right here, this one? The answer is no. Why? Why would I waste my money on something I already have if I need to upgrade it? There's no point, right? I want the new shiny thing. If it was the same, it would not be the new shiny thing. Things have to evolve. Things have to move on. And now the counter argument might be, well, Mario, where are your 10 commandments? Hit my microphone. Where are your 10 commandments of this? I don't have commandments, but I do have sales data and previous examples from popular card games to go with it, right? For example, with my iPhone example, right? Every time a new iPhone comes out, the hardware gets a little bit better so that your experience improves. And there's usually new features, right? That's what this online app is. It's a hardware improvement on the Digimon trading card game with new features so that people have a reason to try the new features. They have an additional reason to buy the thing because of the new features. That's all it is, right? And Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, sort of, and Arena have been doing this for a while. And while there is some backlash on some of the decisions that Wizards makes for Arena, I'm not dumb, I see the internet, it's still popping off. It's still a big money printing machine for Magic the Gathering. So why not copy and paste what works? That is my point. Now, this guy used to write essays all the time in the Facebook comment section. I would love to see an essay explaining why it should, and like your data to support that. I would be open to reading it. I don't know if I'd share it on this video per se, but I'd be opening it to reading it and understanding your point of views. Because I don't see it, and the data seems to, not just with hobbies and phones, but a lot of other stuff too in the world. You want cool new exclusive things to entice someone to buy it, because you know that there are going to be people that do this just to have try the new cards. You know. And Bandai knows, which is why they're doing it. Spent a lot of time on that comment. We're going to move on to something else. Next. KLMrn. Sorry. They do rotations, I will quit the game. As someone who used to play Force of Will, I hated it. Rotated all my playable cards so they would be unusable, and forcing me to play with newer cards is insane. What if I don't like the newer cards? I don't love every Digimon card. If I did, I would be building multiple decks. True. I completely agree. And to be fair, most of the community seems to agree with you. It sucks for a lot of people. It does. I have nothing else to add to that. Goat Boy TM. I'm running half a marathon tomorrow, and it's probably going to rain. See what was nice? He was the only, I think he was the only person in my comment section for last week's Saturday's Marker Watch. I asked everyone, what are you doing this weekend? This guy was, I think, the only person who commented. That's nice. You know, I try to get to know my community a little bit better. You know? It was good. I went for a big hike. I walked 10 kilometers on Sunday. That was a lot of kilometers. It's just, you know, I was tired. It was fun. Justin Mario, I see you are not in Elestrant Season 4. For very good reason. As I kind of alluded at the beginning of the video, I'm very busy right now. I thought that the end of tax season would be the beginning of like my break for the year, so to speak. But no, we're just chugging along right now, and I'm busy with other things. I don't have time to play card games right now. I really don't. I have Niagara Regionals next week. Like, if I wasn't already committed to the bit, I probably wouldn't be going. I just have so much fucking shit to do right now. But it is what it is. So if I even think about that for a Digimon event, I can't do Elestrant Season 4. There's just no way. The time, my schedule doesn't allow it anymore at this moment in time. Shelby, the hybrid box came out, so I'll bet people are starting to build the decks. I waited until I got mine to start collecting all the cards for most of the decks. I would anticipate the other hybrid lines to spike over the coming weeks. I mean, we'll see what happens. I have no idea. If you believe that, though, you should invest in them. That's all I'm going to say. Yokais. I think Yuki is cute. Also, don't mind Vtubing. It's huge with younger generations. That is true. That's a fact. That's why Bandai is doing it. To help get younger people that are into Vtubing type of stuff into Digimon. Absolutely. There are a lot of interesting comments on this video. I actually took 5 comments from this video, I believe. That's one of them. Guys, Mar's my favorite VTuber. Can't wait for the face reveal. The only thing I like about these Yuki videos is the fact that they are actually promoting Digimon some way. I don't like how on the nose it is. I don't like it. As I mentioned in the video, you know, having Iono videos advertises Pokemon in a very subtle way. But with the Digimon videos with Yuki, it's like, bam, World Convergence, BT21, there's prices. Like, it's in your face all at once. It's a bit much. I think there's better ways of doing it. Art Dragoon says, I don't mind VTubers, but we already have Terramon Assistant. It is just more fun to watch a Digimon and not the waifus. At least in the case of Digimon, because the Digimon are just more iconic and they talk. You know, I don't hate this point. I actually kind of agree with it. You know, they use Terramon Assistant for Worlds, right? Do it again. Hello. I think after some review of this, it would have like the same impact, maybe even better. A lot of Terramon fans in the Digimon community. Not as many Yuki fans. Like, I love my Heavy Metal Dramon. I got my Heavy Metal Dramon stuff like right here. I love it. But Yuki hasn't done a single fucking thing with Heavy Metal Dramon. It makes me sad. Like, it'd be really cool for the Yuki to be playing with her stuff. Like Iono does Pokemon things related to her stuff in her videos. This Yuki person is just advertising a new product. Like, it's not on theme. It would be better off if Terramon Assistant was doing that. You know what I mean? It would make more sense. Rathalos Dread King. Yeah, you make some good points. Yuki looks like somebody being an actual VTuber versus Iono being a CGI video, so they have to do with the quality. I don't know. Like how there's Mountain, but honestly, both of them ladies are meh. Most people in the video... I didn't include a lot of comments saying that, Mario, you were right. I expected in this video for people to say, Mario, your opinion is wrong. Because it was a subjective video. And ironically, I think I have more people agreeing with me that Iono is just better. What is Bandai thinking? Which is crazy to me. Because I will upload videos with hard facts that you can't dispute. And people will say, nope, you're wrong. With like no backup whatsoever. Which makes no sense because they're facts. But I upload this video, opinion-based video, and everyone's on board. I don't know what to tell you. There was a really good comment. And this is the comment of the week for me. Like, this is good stuff. Someone took the time to type out a comment, explained why the name's Britt Robinson. If I'm misgendering, I apologize. Why she feels the way she does. They're giving solid points. You know, MoxMoonstone was second best comment, but there was no points to support the claim. Here, we're going to read some real points to support the claim. And Britt Robinson, to my knowledge, is the first commenter on my videos. Like, I haven't seen a comment from Britt Robinson before, so welcome to the channel. You forgot she's the main character of the online novel. You're also comparing Vtubing against an animation which seems a bit unfair for quality and money, especially when Pokemon is cash to burn on animation. I personally like the Yuki videos, but also agree with Bandai should put more effort and care into them. Pay the VA person behind the VTuber to play and deck build online and chat with watchers. Could make a separate Impmon rig to talk to her as chat. Hell, give her her own separate channel even and use the money to up the quality and pay the lady. It has so much potential to be great in community building. I have nothing to add. You know, is it unfair that I'm comparing this to Iono when Pokemon has more budget for this kind of stuff? Yeah, maybe. But card games are card games. They're all in the same fruit basket. It's whatever. But what I like about the video, the comment here, is the suggestions on how to improve. But did agree, yeah, there's work to do. And here's the work they can do. It's beautiful. Like, 10 out of 10. This was my favorite comment of the week. Good job. I'm going to try to do a favorite comment of the week from now on. I'm going to try my best to remember to do that. The QWERTY UP 038. It's a keyboard reference. I pulled the Puppet Ace SP, was happy, then slightly disappointed. Yeah, that's the impact that lottery card would have on you. I believe that. Jared Murdoch. I got Shine Rune mode for Altar for 84 when the regular art was 81. Seeing these prices now feels bad, man. Yeah, everything goes up, everything goes down. Before you know it, Medieval Galmon will be $50 again. Maybe in a year. Maybe in 6 months. Probably a year. But Medieval Galmon will be cheap again. You know, so if you don't care, you should sell it while it's high and then get it back later. Hobo Bandit says, my case was garbage. I assume referring to BT21. I assume. And, you know, it is variance. It happens. Like, for example, the last couple of cases I opened of Digimon had no lottery cards. I think for a bit I was getting really lucky, so the pendulum is swinging in the opposite direction. But yeah, just no lottery cards. I don't know what a lottery card is anymore. It's crazy. And there's people that are saying, oh, the new sets, lottery card, 1 per case, guaranteed. It's not. It's just not, unfortunately. And that's a big problem I have. That's why I stopped opening cases and just do sealed stuff now. But who knows, maybe time will change. JRG Thanatos says, stock market down, Magnamon X lottery card up. It's actually true. It's funny. I like the stock market, so I included this comment. Wanger. I like the Digimon card game. It really is healthier than smoking, physically speaking. My personal opinion, while the meta is constantly changing and hype being a thing, I just want to play a deck that I like and lose with dignity while having fun, as opposed to win with a tier 1 deck while having spent too much on meta decks. Okay, that's my 2 cents. Side note, I learned that PT21 release event at the Pyramidamon is horrible against World Knights, Steed Evolve, Adjustmon Ace. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Yeah, no. It's better to have a hobby than smoking crack. I agree. Unless your hobby is smoking crack, then you should probably do a new one. But anyway, see, this person, this Wanger fellow, lives in the opposite spectrum that I've never been a part of. The just play your fun decks, get your game on, you know, just do that, right? He doesn't care about winning regionals and stuff like that. He just wants to have fun with his decks. Whatever. Have fun. Do it. Be Vang. I think reprints every now and then are good, so players get a chance to get cards that are harder to find without having to pay an arm and leg. As long as Bandai doesn't pull something scummy like reprinting the card and then banning the card a month later or something, like every other card game does. Yu-Gi-Oh has warped my mind. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, ideally that's what you want, but you know we don't live in that world. Bandai has banned cards and limited cards that have come out 2 weeks after our set came out. Like, that's just the world we live in with Bandai. Duthac0. Will Digimon ever be as popular as Pokemon? Before watching the video, no, but that shouldn't stop him from trying. And the counterpoint that makes no sense to me from Global Digital Empire, Digimon can't even be Bandai's #1 game, never mind compete with the #1 card game in the world. And to wrap it up, the best we can hope for is that Digimon has carved enough of a niche following that is financially good for Bandai. I do not believe it will ever be as big as any of the big three. Hell, is not even one of the biggest one that is Bandai lineup. That goes to One Piece. And not only that, in pop culture, Digimon is not that big. So look. There are some people who think that Digimon should not be as popular as Pokemon. Like, they shouldn't even try. And that is stupid. And there are people in my comments section that wrote that. But I'm not trying to call them out and call them stupid. That would be mean. But I will say that anyone that thinks that Digimon shouldn't try to do better is stupid. That is not how you evolve. That is not how you digivolve. And that is not how you continue to make money in an ever-growing world where hobbies increase by the year. Hell, card games are increasing by the year. Bandai really needs to fight for its space. They should try. Now, true, we can't go in a time machine and they can't pull Pokemon anymore. Where that ship has long sailed. And Pokemon did it better. Pokemon is better. Sorry, I know. Digimon channel saying Pokemon is better. Oh my god. I know. But they should strive to do at least better than they're doing. That's the whole point of the video. You know, we all know Pokemon's better. You can't argue with the sales data. We all know. Anyone that doesn't think so is living it like under a rock, at the bottom of the sea. Rick Ford. Pull the foil signature War Grey X. Price seems a little low. Should I hold on to it and see if it appreciates? It's going to go lower. In my opinion, you should probably just get rid of it, buy back later. That's what I think, but I could be wrong. Raito Syria. The promo Gigimon buyout was both annoying and probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in an attempt to manipulate the market. Yeah, it's dumb. It makes no sense. It's stupid. But this happens. Card players will attempt to manipulate markets. It happens in every card game. And Digimon is no exception to that rule. And lastly, Rycaria, I'm not going to waste my time just going and jump right into it, quoting me, proceeds to waste time with the same exact subscriber reminder at every video. RB1 Hero is too expensive right now. The only UK copy is £33 and Euro starts from £12 each. Look, I'm playing the YouTube game. If you don't like that, I can't help you. But yeah, Hero is expensive right now, but it will calm down. So I would relax and sell your copies if you have them. That's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll see you next time. Bye!